Good evening and welcome into WHKY-TV News for this Thursday, August 12th, 2021. Rob Eastwood filling in for Ralph Mangum. Ralph has the day off. He'll be back tomorrow. Another hot one today, and we expect that to be the case for the next few days. Fentress Fountain will have the weather forecast later in this news. In addition, Fentress will fill in for Ralph on the crime report tonight. Jason Savage has local sports, including details from another wild Hickory Crawdads game last night at LP Franz Stadium. And later on in the newscast, Fentress will have a feature on a back-to-school event. Topping our news tonight, sentencing occurred today after guilty pleas were entered in a triple murder case from 2017. The shootings occurred in Hickory outside a night spot. The two defendants in that case have been sentenced to a minimum of more than 60 years in prison. Earlier today in Catawba County Superior Court, 28-year-old Graydon Keith Hansen and 28-year-old Dontre Tyrell Cumberlander, both of 18th Street Place Northwest in Hickory, pleaded guilty to 3 counts of second-degree murder along with single counts of assault with a deadly weapon, inflicting serious injury, and discharging a weapon into an occupied vehicle. They were sentenced by Superior Court Judge Todd W. Pomeroy of Lincoln County to a total of 770 to 984 months in prison. That's 64 years, 2 months to 82 years. They were charged in connection to the murders of 21-year-old Justin Michael Aiken of Newton, 21-year-old Cody Manud Bupavong of Conover, and 21-year-old Kajay Alexis Kennedy of Newton. A fourth man, 20-year-old Cole Brady Irvin of Claremont, was injured in the shooting. He was treated and released from Fry Regional Medical Center. The incident occurred in the early morning hours of April 7th, 2017 in the parking lot outside Jay McCroskey's Irish Pub and Grill on 29th Avenue Drive Northeast in Hickory. Following the incident, Longview police stopped the suspect's vehicle in the 2200 block of 1st Avenue Southwest. Hickory police officers arrived and arrested the two men. Today in court, family members made statements sharing memories of their loved ones. The surviving victim was not in attendance. The person representing Mr. Irvin said he is still feeling the effects of injuries sustained in the shooting. Multiple family members expressed their displeasure with the plea agreement. Both men have been held at the Catawba County Detention Facility in Newton without bond since their arrests. A Burke County woman who was charged in connection to the death of her newborn son more than 20 years ago in Cumberland County entered a guilty plea in that case earlier this week. That plea was entered Tuesday in Cumberland County Superior Court in Fayetteville. The defendant received a minimum 12-year prison sentence. 55-year-old Deborah Riddle O'Connor of Morganton entered a guilty plea to second-degree murder in connection to the death of her infant son, a victim named Baby Michael. She was sentenced to 12 to 15 years, 2 months in prison, with credit for time served since her arrest. As WHKY previously reported, on March 3rd of 1999, a plastic trash bag was tossed from a moving vehicle onto the side of Kennedy Pond Road in southern Cumberland County. Hours later, a soldier driving on the road spotted the bag. Inside the bag was a baby boy not even 24 hours old, his umbilical cord still attached. The sheriff's office did not want the baby to be buried without a name, so he was dubbed Baby Michael after the patron saint of law enforcement officers. O'Connor was charged with the crime in February of last year after forensic evidence identified her as the suspect. Baby Michael's DNA was sent to Bode Technology, who specializes in forensic genealogy services, for comparison. The results gave a family line, and detectives worked on narrowing the suspect field. Detectives drove to Burke County to interview the defendant. According to Cumberland County Sheriff Ennis W. Wright, during the interview, O'Connor told detectives she was in fact the baby's mother. After concluding the interview, detectives took the defendant into custody and they transported her to Cumberland County. Filing begins tomorrow for Board of Education seats in 2 races in Catawba County. The filing period for candidates interested in running for Board of Education seats in the Hickory Public Schools and Newton Conover City Schools starts tomorrow. There are 4 seats open for the Hickory Public Schools Board of Education. Those seats are in Ward 1, 2, 3, and 5. All are 4-year terms. There are 3 seats open for the Newton-Conover City Schools Board of Education. There is 1 seat being contested in the Conover School District and 2 in the Newton School District. All 3 are for 4-year terms. Filing begins at noon tomorrow and ends at noon on September 3rd. The filing fee is $5. Interested candidates should file in Newton at the Catawba County Board of Elections office at 145 Government Drive. Candidates must be 21 years old and a registered voter in the school district or ward for which they are filing. Staff will be available 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday to assist with the candidate filing form and the required campaign committee forms. For more information on filing for the school board elections, call the Catawba County Board of Elections office at 828-464-2424. Well, coming up next, Fentress Fountain has the crime report. She leads that off with a story about a drug arrest made by Longview Police. Stay with us here on WHKY-TV News.